I'm sitting on my bed. I've got a phone in one hand, scrolling for hours, and a book in the other, reading in between moments of distraction. On my phone, I escape to delay the stress of being alone with my thoughts. In my book, I escape to sink into another world, to feel deeper emotions, sadness, heartbreak, and drama at a younger age. This helps me better understand my own emotions. Escapism as a whole is a very complex idea. Over the course of humanity, we found a variety of ways to escape. While taking time to unwind is a good thing, negative escape patterns through media consumption have begun to take a toll on people's mental health. Why even escape in the first place? While a simple question, there are vastly different and complex reasons. A reason people might escape is the struggle to find connection. Doom scrolling and mindless watching has led to an increase in isolation. What was once a simple way to unwind snowballed into an international rise in mental health issues and depression. On a global and local scale, the issue is prevalent. In just the school system, there's been a massive change this year in regards to the phone policy. While the phone pocket system is designed to encourage participation in class by limiting phone use, it is merely a band-aid on the much larger wound that is the addiction to our phones. Despite this, it acknowledges the rise of phone-based childhood outlined in Jonathan Haidt's book, The Anxious Generation. We're spending too much time on our devices and not enough time experiencing and interacting with our social groups, friends, and families. A form of escapism that is not thought of as much is through literature. While reading a lot on the surface is studious, for me, it was an unhealthy escape. Middle school was an isolating time for me. I would spend hours at school, at home, and on the bus reading. The problem was exacerbated by the COVID shutdown as I continued to slip away into my own world. An important change that occurred as I went to high school was that I started making friends. I began connecting with people, and I joined many clubs, one of which being book club. Reading was no longer only a form of escapism, but a way for me to connect with people. This greatly shaped how I read and the books I read as well. This is to say that media consumption in itself is not bad. It is the reason why that shapes how it affects us. Something I encountered while working on changing my media consumption was whether it was okay at all. I felt this all or nothing desire, which made determining the way I viewed social media, TV shows, and books all the more difficult to navigate. Acknowledging the need for escapism is what helped me overcome this struggle. It then allowed me to work through to develop ways that could allow me to find a balance between escaping and connecting with others. Chatting with people instead of reading during lunch and better prioritizing spending time with my friends were small, manageable changes that I implemented in my life that helped me achieve this goal of balance. These same tools that people use to escape don't have to be used in such an extremely isolating way. For example, in Cleary's paper, Connecting Through Books, Navigating Loneliness Through Shared Love of Literature, she discusses the positive impacts that book clubs can have on solidarity, friendship, and empathy. She goes on to discuss how one's mental health can be improved by creating a sense of belonging and a place of connection. Places of socialization go beyond book clubs, though. There are a variety of clubs, groups, and sports that can help foster the sense of connection between people. Changing how we view and interact with media is a vital step towards reducing isolating behaviors. How we view media is highly relevant as it shapes us in many ways. Finding a balance between escapism and connection is very important, as it allows us to find proper time to recharge, but find meaningful connections. Just within our families, what do you come home to? Families are some of the most important connections in our lives. How do you connect together?